because there's a point in the gait cycle, whether you're walking around at work or you're jogging after a kid, like that, there's only one foot on the ground. And we're watching what happens, the arch is designed to flex, and we're watching the flexibility here to make sure that the knee doesn't follow suit, okay? So in slow motion, again, little tiny movement, not a lot. And again, we're gonna watch this right side. You'll see a little more curvature in here. Then we watch as you transfer energy over the body.
And we are the Zulunationfamily.
Good. All right, Megan. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna stand on one foot for about 3 seconds. Perfect. And then the other foot. Fantastic. Now you're gonna turn. You're gonna walk away from me 4 steps. You're gonna turn and walk towards the drinking fountain. 1. And then you're gonna come on back to me. You did fantastic. Now we should. All right, let's see how well you follow instructions. You're going to stand on one foot for about 3 seconds. Perfect. And the other foot. And now you're going to turn and walk away from me 4 steps. And then come on back. You also passed the test.
Oh, what's the test?
So you followed instructions.
Oh, I walk backwards.
Some people do.
She said I walk backwards.
How does that feel, David? One foot versus the other.
So this one.
Can we put our socks back on?
Not yet. We're gonna scan these.
Okay. It's gonna tell you your feet suck.
You're not. You're gonna stand just comfortably. Okay. So the video looks at the strength and flexibility of your foot. This looks at the pressure point underneath. So historically, the only way I can know like how you stand, where you put the foot is to like sit on the foot. So shoes have different ways of putting the foot in different spots. So positioning, and just let us know like how you're going to feel in your shoes. If you were to, you can go around half your life. If you were to get out of the swimming pool and walk on concrete, this is actually what your footprint would look like. Everybody's feet are different. So Israel's probably going to have pressure in different spots. That's right. Yes, yeah, the back of the foot, right? So you have what I call an athletic stance. You kind of sit on that back. The idea of the foot, yes, right, is that there's 2 pressure points in the front and 1 in the back, and it forms this little tripod. And we're going to try to fill this in with the proper shape of foundation, perhaps some foot beds, like all kinds of fun things.
And this is just tells you the pressures?
Yeah. Yep. It also does all kinds of funky measurements on the left-hand side, and we're going to actually go and do measurement with a Brannick device to check it.
Yeah, because I used to run.
Yeah.
This pain right here, I can't do it.
I bet you athletes like basketball players and football players that have this in their like
In their house.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm just doing that.
Oh my gosh.
So this is a 3D rendering of your feet. When we take a look at it, again, we're going to look at the strength and flexibility of your arches, and we look at the alignment of the Achilles in the back. Again, you have a nice arch, medium in height is what we would say. And then we look at the volume at the front of the foot, right? Like you just want to make sure there's no pressure on the sides, the top, or the end of the shoe itself. And then our goal, again, is to take us where we're at here and to get us to here with the proper footwear and any comfort.
And then can you take these and put them in any shoes, or do you recommend leaving them where
You
they're?
can put them in any shoe. If a footbed is helpful, then absolutely they can go in any shoe.
This is interesting.
It's pretty cool, huh?
I told her to come here a month ago, but she wanted to go to Skechers. I was like, listen. I was like, no, listen. I was like, my co-workers, you know what I mean? Trust your husband.
Listen. Oh my God. See?
Flat-footed, okay?
You have a much lower arch. You actually have a C-shaped foot. One of your feet definitely curves out more than the other, which you get. Aww. How sweet is that? So look at you. So you actually put more pressure in the front and then on your left foot and on the rear of your right. So if you think about it, it's almost like you're getting
I'm ready to box, baby.
It's the same thing as with Megan. Like our goal is to fill this out. It's obviously gonna be a different shaped shoe with different amounts of cushioning than what works for her, right? Let's look at this cutie. Oh yes, Christmas card material. So this is that feet, your feet here. Let's take a look. Again, a little bit more volume on the outsides of your feet
And you know
here.
what's crazy? That's how my shoes like.
Yeah.
They
the
wear
bottom,
out.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Our hope then again today, Israel, is that we're gonna take this part here and we're gonna essentially disseminate that pressure underneath the foot. You typically wear around an 11 also?
Yeah, I do like 11 and a half.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Cool. Do you have questions on this? Do you want your QR code too?
Listen, I'm
Because there's a point in the gait cycle, whether you're walking around at work or you're jogging after a kid, like that, there's only one foot on the ground. And we're watching what happens, the arch is designed to flex, and we're watching the flexibility here to make sure that the knee doesn't follow suit, okay? So in slow motion, again, a little tiny movement, not a lot. And again, we're gonna watch this right side. You'll see a little more curvature in here. Then we watch you transfer energy over the body, right? So here now we're watching this Achilles. Again, you can see there's just a little bit of flex inwards. This inside here just has a little bit of curvature to it as you move. Okay. And then as you come back, again, it's just a different viewpoint of the same thing. Watching that inside of that foot, make sure everything kinetically stays in alignment. Best looking feet I've seen today. No offense, David.
look at my beautiful
I know, I'm just kidding. Oh boy, Israel. So again, look at this arch, right? Like it's like, hello, this nice little top bridge. Again, we have you stand on one foot because now we're watching. You have a tendency, there's some pressure here at the front of the foot where you're kind of clenching with your toes, right?
Okay.
Like you're not gonna fall off the planet. It's all good. Gravity's working for you, kiddo. So same thing, we watch here again. If you see the outside of these toes, there's just a little bit where you're crunching here.
Yeah.
Yep. And this arch
insecurity.
is right. This arch is much lower than the other foot.
Yeah, because it would look like there was a hole in the other one.
Yep. So then, as you walk again, you sit on the outside of this foot ever so slightly.
And my ankle hurts over there.
Yeah. Definitely more curvature on. Again, you want to make sure we're catching the outside of that foot. It looks good. We're just going to note some of these things. And there's nothing that we see or are talking about is a negative. It isn't like, oh, you can go home and fix this, right? Like, but we have to accommodate for what it is as we're pulling footwear.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
So my 6 days are going to feel like 4, right?
Yeah, they're going to fly by. Do you make clicky noises?
Sometimes.
Oh, nice. All right, Megan, let's have you stand on up one more time, kiddo. And then I'm going to have you put this foot right next to this other one. Yeah. Perfect. So you measure just at a 9. Have you been on your feet a lot today, kiddo?
Yeah, I just got off work.
Okay. You work overnights or you work mornings?
Nights.
Nights, all right. So this foot is ever so slightly longer. There's always a difference between, so it's just nice to know. We're gonna look to make sure that we have enough space on this foot. That one's just kind of along for the ride.
Okay, cool.
You're next, kiddo.
Yes.
Should be able to play the piano, son. Beethoven.
Music, yeah. When we think about the foot can expand, right? And so we're just trying to gauge, your shoes should feel comfortable at the beginning of your shift and comfortable at the end of your shift. And so the good news is that you're here so you can kind of see what happens when you're on your feet all day. You're just coming off of that. Can I have you stand up in this first of all? So aim for for a thumbnail at the front of the shoe here. Let me have you give a little walk around and give me some feedback on that. Yep, that one? Can we match you up?
Yeah.
So we at least get them on both
Yeah.
feet?
What do you think, babe?
I love the color.
I don't know. I feel like a sharp stab when I walk in my head.
On which one? On the left foot?
Yeah.
Okay, yep, let's take it off and yep. Okay, I'm not going for stabbing. I definitely am just trying to support that foot, especially on that back side.
It's way different, like on the tops of my feet. Like it's not a lot of pressure.
Yes, right.
I felt like I was walking on my
So it's, again, just trying to take the pressure off of that foot, allow the circulation of the foot to work. Based on what we saw on that scan, I'm taking this and putting some curvature under your arch. With the plantar fasciitis, this has additional cushioning in the back, and essentially it's going to take that arch and it's like, I got you. That's the hope of it. So again, when you're first like, I don't know how it feels, I'm like, well, we're going to change something just to see if it feels better. I'm only putting it in one, okay? And again, we're going to pull other things. I'm just trying to kind of understand the proprioception of your foot,
Okay.
so then I can make adjustments in the back, if that makes sense.
Nice. From my friend, the podiatrist.
Yeah.
I've been wearing insoles for 15 years. And it makes such a difference.
It just has like, some people like tight hugs, right? And some people like knuckles. And this just essentially is like, man, you're on your feet all day. I'm going to give that arch a squeeze. Yeah. In a good, again, it should be in a good way. Right? Lace box for you. Yep, I'm going to go
These
grab.
are so nice.
Let me see what my options are. Getting closer, right?
Can you feel the difference?
Oh yeah.
Better?
She said, "Oh yeah."
Okay, fantastic. We'll get you evened up there. So this is navy. That's the same as in your Eldera here. That would look good. Or you could go with black.
What's up, sir? How you doing?
This is Zulu. Okay, let me make the story get in shoes. Let me work on your contact.
As well. Yeah.
How do you say Hoka?
Hoka. It's Hoka One
So
One.
what is it?
Hoka One One.
Listen, you better be getting this shoe because you feel like it, not because I'm getting it. She's
Trendsetter.
obsessive.
Remember when he walked in, he's like, oh, everybody wears those. I ain't know where I'm
Oh my God! You put me on the spot.
And now he's like, you just want to be like me.
Well, the biggest fight I have is I told you this story. This is why you gotta listen to your husband. You have to listen to your husband. She was like,
It takes people 5 times being told to come in here before they do.
she was like, so and so said, oh, so and so at this place was like, so and so. I was like, don't listen to them. I got the plug, and look, the plug got you.
Your whole life, your feet change. And even I have friends that'll come in here, right, that are mature in age, and they don't realize they don't wear the same size they did in high school, right? The arch continues to lower, so you always want to be evaluated so you can see, like, I've got plantar fasciitis right now, so we need a stiff shoe, right? You can't physically bend a Hoka or this, and so we're doing this because we're trying to keep your foot from flexing all day long.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. If you can bend it and put it in your pocket, it shouldn't go on your foot right now. It's not helping you.
Burning all my
heal up.
shoes.
They're kindling. They're kindling. I like that. All right, so we're gonna try that one. And again, just because Israel says that he knows what's right for everyone doesn't mean he's actually.
No, I don't. I don't know what's right. I'm just saying though, like this guy.
It's a different mechanics too. So as you move, it kind of guides the foot forward. It has a meta rocker in it. Feel weird? Is that what you said? Yeah.
You don't know how to feel, right?
But as you walk around, just try to just kind of think about the proprioception of it.
How's it going, player? It's not about being the shoes being big. It's about is it comfortable?
They have they definitely have a more of a larger profile to them, like more of a larger footprint. But again, like if you think about it, Megan, like if I was like, hey, stand on this all day, you'd be like, I got you. And then if I give you something else to stand on this all day, it's easier on the body. And that's what we're really going for. Again, if it isn't your jam, no big deal. But I just want to show you what else is out there.
That one I feel like it holds my foot. It's
perfect.
And I like it.
Yeah.
This one I feel awkward.
If I could change the profile on it, would you be open to trying something again that just has a little bit more cushioning but still has a little smaller profile?
Yeah.
Okay. I brought one for you, Israel, to try.
Kawhi Leonard's. You know I'm a LeBron James fan. What is this? LeBron's turning over in his grave right now, wherever he's at. He's like, what is this? John from my job, he loves these.
Hi.
Really weird request.
Yes.
How's water?
Like if you put them in the water when they turn your socks on.
So she wants to use it for water. I said probably not gonna happen.
But your feet are on the ground. Are your feet on the ground? You want to do the water aerobic? Okay.
She says that that's what she's had
Okay.
really high arches. Something like this. I just don't know.
Those look like pappy shoes.
I would say it's designed to be moisture wicking. It's designed.
It's like I can do taxes and tell you about your mortgage and how to start a savings account.
Yeah.
They look like I'm serious, like the neighborhood watch guy.
This
His
one?
dog pooped over
With
there.
your white socks.
Yeah.
It's like
His
with like
dog
those dark
pooped over
shoes
there.
and white sides and
Yes.
white shoes.
Pull up your pants. Pull up your pants, man.
Let me take these ones out. You put them. Go grab something. At least you're funny, right? Like I love that.
I bet you that I can barbecue really mean.
So how do your feet feel as you're? Those feel better? Okay.
These ones feel like, okay, these ones, like
Yeah.
the front
Yep.
and the sides feel okay.
Okay.
But this one on the back, I feel like I'm still wearing just a
Regular shoe. Fair enough. Yeah, that's great feedback. Again, with as much pressure as you put underneath
And
your
you see, as
feet.
soon as I did this, my ankles started hurting.
Yeah. Yep. Sit back down, kiddo. That's an Ixnay on the New Balance.
Okay, let me ask you something.
Yeah, of course.
Do you have the exact same shoes, just a different color?
You don't like yellow?
No, I just want to see my options. I just want to see.
They could.
I know.
Yeah, of course I
And
do.
purple.
Okay, I want to see my options. And then I don't need inserts for them or nothing.
I'm
like
gonna
that?
pull one just to see how it feels. I started to pull one. I just wanted to get your feedback on something without all that cushioning, so I could see how you respond. So I started Megan out that way, and I just wanted to kind of get your progress.
Yeah, I couldn't. My LeBron favoritism will not let me wear New Balance. It could be a mental thing. I just can't.
Oh my god.
You're forgiven. Okay. All right. So let me go grab.
Which one feels better, dude?
Yeah. Again,
Oh.
it feels like home. Right?
What shoes are those?
Oh, you want to try these on? These aren't for you. These were David's. Oh, you like
Oh,
this?
yeah, I like the way they look.
Oh, I could do that. This one has a little more tread underneath it, a little more grippy grip.
Oh, okay.
Let me go grab it.
So what do you think about those, dude? Which one's better? They both look cool.
I'm trying to see which one feels like I can stand on them for days. I look so scruffy right now.
Dude, who cares?
Scruffy.
Yeah. Which one? It works with
This one holds
everything.
my, like this one I don't feel pain.
Then these are the better ones. But this one.
Feels really good.
So what are you looking for?
For that stabbing pain to not be there so I can walk.
And which one does that? Okay then.
This one I
There's
feel
your
like
answer.
it's my foot. Maybe like this one feels like there's a lot of stuff going on.
Okay.
I feel like I could run again.
Oh, okay. Okay.
What'd you notice, Megan?
This one feels like a slipper.
Yeah.
This one feels like it's comfortable.
Okay.
Like it isn't. Like I don't know what that whole stabbing
Yeah.
was,
Yeah.
but it feels good now.
Yeah. They have identical support. So they both use what's called a guide rail system. If it's like you said you had kiddos, right? You're going to a bowling alley and then you put the bumpers down. And like if you need the bumpers, they're there. But if you don't, if they're not, you don't use them, right? So both of those shoes have what's called a guide rail on them. The one on your right foot has just more cushioning. It's a nitrogen infused cushioning. It's lighter weight. It's a creamier cushioning, for lack of a better word. And again, this one would be a little bit more responsive. That's not like one's better than the other. That's the differences between them, but they support your foot the same.
Can I switch?
Yeah, 100%. Let's do it. So again, I'm taking the contouring and I'm adding it underneath your foot, kiddo. You want to try one with and one without? You want to match them up?
Let me match them up.
You got it. Go make it and do the other colors for you, kiddo. It should feel good. That's our goal, Israel. Goofball. My heart isn't to put something on your feet. You're like, ah, it's horrible. Alright, give me just a second.
This is it.
That's the
I'm a
combo?
simple man. Listen, I'm a simple man. I'll eat dry bread if I had to eat water. I'm a simple man. This is it right here. This is it. I feel like an old man. There we go.
These are comfy.
I'm done.
Now I can work 20 days in a row.
Sounds good. I don't want to hear nothing. You heard that, guys? Oh,
I'm getting these.
very good. Now apparently she's gonna work 20 days in a row.
Halala, halala sanbongela, halala, halala sanbongela we. Halala.